Beep beep everybody, hope you're all having a great day. Thanks so much for tuning into the channel. So today we're doing this catch-all video that I do semi-monthly, usually covering things that don't really fit into any other video, and usually it's like purchases I do on eBay, the card swap, some antique malls that I decided I didn't feel like filming, or it was hard to film because there were too many people there, or stuff like that, or anything else that comes to mind that really doesn't fit into another video. For this video, it's almost entirely eBay, plus a couple cards I found in my own collection while I was reorganizing that I thought were pretty weird, and I thought I'd show them off. So let's get into this. I think this is over the course of the last month and a half or so. Normal cards, we're going to start off with some vintage rookie cards that I purchased in recent weeks. This is 1970 Topps Oscar Gamble rookie card. Got this one for $10. This is also a high number. It's number 654. Definitely off center, but definitely a nice sharp looking card nonetheless. Centering, it doesn't always bother me so much. Yeah, it's nice to get a centered one, but if you can find one that's really sharp, that's not centered at a really good price, I'll definitely grab it. This is 1964 Topps Lou Piniella rookie card. This is one I didn't have. Definitely looks really nice on the front. The back, not so much. It's really off-center on the back, and the orange color is a little bit more dimmer than it usually is, but still like the front. Paid $25 for this. At the time that I was seeking one out, other cards that were in similar condition were going for a lot higher, so I thought maybe I could get a better deal than 25, but 25 it is. I was like, I might as well grab that. It caught my attention. Why not? Dwight Evans and Al Bunbury rookie card, 1973 Topps. This one I paid $20. Definitely one I didn't have. The front of this one looks pretty cool. This is also a high number, number 614. So happy about that. On to low numbered cards. We got 2025 Topps Hot Dog Parallel of Robbie Ray, and the only reason why I bought this is because it was numbered 99 out of 99. Anytime I run into a serial numbered card that is at the front of the range or at the very end of the range, it catches my eye, and this one did. Paid $6 for that. Plus, it's neat having a whole bunch of hot dogs on your card. Juan Soto. Don't normally run into very many low-numbered Sotos at a cheap price, but this one I thought was a pretty good deal. This is 2023 Bowman Chrome Yellow Refractor. This one is numbered 42 out of 75, and I paid $15 for that. On to 2023 Leaf Metal. This is a Pulsar purple parallel of Nick Kurtz, who's having a great rookie season this year. I'm going to pull this out because that sticker's kind of blocking the card. And I know it's a Leaf card, and I guess Leaf may be frowned upon, but I think they make some pretty cool cards nonetheless. This one caught my eye because it was number 2 out of 4, and this one I paid $25 for. And at the time that I bought this, he was like, his cards were really, really hot because he had that 4 home run game. Did pick up a Topps Nail rookie card of his somewhere around that time. Not sure if he's appeared in any of the set releases yet. The Topps Nail is an on-demand release. 2021 Topps Throwback Thursday Blue Parallel of Tim Anderson. This one is numbered 4 out of 10. That one cost me $7. And this one's pretty cool. These are 2 Paul Goldschmidt cards from 2022 Topps Throwback Thursday. I bought that one actually a couple months ago, but forgot to showcase it in one of my previous eBay videos. And this one I bought more recently. At least I think it is. It's either that or the other way around. Don't remember which is which, but this one is numbered 1 out of 10. It's the first one in the serial. And this one is 10 out of 10, the last one. So I think I was checking prices on this one because I couldn't remember how much I purchased it for. It looks like I got this one for $15, and this one was just under $15. So about the same price for both of them. First time I have collected and acquired the very first and last number of a serial number range. So that was the highlight of that one. On to Miscuts. We got a 1980 Topps Ozzie Smith second year card. This one cost me $2.55. We got a Spencer Torkelson miscut. You can see the miscut along here. This is from 2021 Bowman Chrome. It's a Mojo refractor. That one I paid $1 for. The back doesn't show the miscut real well. I guess you can see part of the other card up here. This is from 2025. This is Call to the Hall insert. This is Nolan Ryan, and you can see the miscut portion is down here. It is showing the top of the card underneath it, and it also does that on the back. This one I paid $3 for. This one is 2025 Topps Chrome Ray Wave Refractor Brooks Baldwin rookie card. Yeah, you can sort of see the bottom portion of the card below here. There's like a little bit of the card below showing here. Doesn't really show too much on the back, but it's just a very minor miscut. This one I only paid $1 for. This is also from 25 Topps. This is the Diamante parallel of Manny Machado and Jackson Merrill. And this one I paid $5 for. You can see this is like a diamond cut. The card is really shifted that way, and you can see it a little more clearly down here. The card above is over here. Paid $5 for that. This one I paid a little bit more for because I don't see the miscuts in the base set very often. They tend to be in the parallels or the insert cards, primarily the insert cards, but don't find too many base cards. This is 2024 Topps. This is a Ronald Acuna Jr. and Ozzie Albies, and I did pay $15 for this, and you can see there's a good portion of the card above it there, and this is what the back looks like. A lot of the copyright information got cut off, and pretty cool. All right, cards from my own collection while I was reorganizing. These are all printing flaws that I came across. 1987 Topps Jerry Royce, which is missing portion of the black border around the nameplate here. You can see it right here. Apparently not an error card. I checked on that, and it's not considered an error. It's just a printing flaw. Not sure if I've seen this on any other 87 Topps cards, but interesting nonetheless. This is Dave Stewart, and it looks like there's a bit of a color shift. You can see the yellow line across the top of the nameplate here. And he does look a little blurry, but it's not real obvious like it is with some earlier cards that have color shifts. It looks like the Oakland A's logo got shifted down from where it should be. And let me look at this one to be sure. No, there is a white border around the edges there, over here and up here, so that's not a shift. Dave Magadan, this is missing the black ink around a portion of the word future right here. I probably should show you what it really looks like corrected. And I believe this came in my hand-collated set that I bought back in 1987. I'm pretty sure I've had this going all the way back to 1987. And I didn't remember it until I was organizing it. 1990 Topps Ken Griffey Jr. This has a nice big printing orb or fisheye right here on the border. And I understand there's like a variation where there's some red mark on his arm here. I think they call that like a blood spot, but it's not supposed to be there. I don't know much about these. I do know that on eBay, sometimes you see these going for, or they're trying to sell them for hundreds to thousands of dollars, and there is no way you should pay that much for a card like this. These are just printing flaws. I can understand the interest in having one, but I don't think they warrant those kind of prices. They should be priced, yeah, more than a typical Griffey card would be, but not like hundreds or thousands of dollars. I don't think they're that rare. I think there's enough of them out there if you can find them. And this one was in my collection. I don't know where I got it from. I probably pulled it from either a pack or it came in my hand-collated set I bought back in 1990. I don't know. This is Tom Browning. This is from 1992. Factory sealed box, and it's missing a. There's a big white spot here. Something must have landed on the plate, and when they, you know, the printing press went down, this kept the black ink from showing up in this portion of the card. I could not find any others online, so I don't know how rare this is. It's probably not that rare, I would think. There were so many of these made back in the day. There's probably a few others out there like that, I'm thinking. So that's a interesting printing flaw on the back of a 1992 Topps card. All right, back to eBay stuff that I bought. This is a 1975 Topps Paul Blair. The problem is pretty obvious. There's a lot of like different orange mixed in with the reddish orange color, ink splatter or ink bleed all through that part, and you can even see it on his uniform here, a little bit of that going on. And I think this might be part of an ink bleed as well, right here on the side of his from his neck up to his ear. So ink bleed, I guess, pretty neat. Paid $2 for that. We got a big giant printing orb on this 1971 Topps Jake Gibbs card. That one cost me $1.50. Sort of semi-high numbered, 382. And a Red Sox team card with a even bigger printing orb or fisheye up here. That one cost me $2.50 and $3.86. So that's like in the same range as the Jake Gibbs. Sort of a middle number card. Color shifts, 1980 Topps, Jim Clancy. You could see how blurry this is. You can see down here there's some bit of a shift downward, but it's a pretty blurry looking printing job on this one. I paid $5 for this. I don't run into very many of these color shifts from 1980. I've seen some others out there more egregious than this, but people are asking a lot of money for them. I'm guessing they're kind of rare. This is also from the same set. This is a very blurry Jim Kern. This one I paid $5.50 for, and I think the color shift is up and down because you can see the yellow and the border is shifted down. So I think that's what's going on with this. So it's kind of got a blurry effect all through it. 1970 Topps color shift. This is Pat Corrales. This one I paid $8 for. Probably because it's I don't know, for some reason it really caught my eye. If I find these under 10, I consider it. If they're much lower, I usually grab them when I can. You can see there's a shift of the main stuff over here, and there's like yellow ink on this side. And yeah, he comes off pretty blurry all throughout. Got that one for $8. 1971 Topps. This is the Dennis Saunders Tim Martin rookie card. This one I got for $2, and it's not a major color shift, but you can see it along the edge of Dennis's face here mostly, and there's a yellow appearing here in this white section. That one, what did I say? $2. 1963 Topps Hank Aguirre. This one I got for $2.25, and it sort of shows the double eyes effect, I think. It's not very it's not spread out as far as I'd like it to be, but still it's a color shift. And that one was $2.25. This is Ralph Terry. Kind of a minor color shift on this one, and this one was $2.55. Yeah, you can kind of see it in his eyes a bit. It's a little blurry. 1967 Topps Milt Pappas. This one is a little more evident. You can see the shades of color to the left of him, so it's like a left-right shift. You can see that the red's green text is not lining up with the black border that should go around it, and it kind of gives him sort of like you're taking a photo of him during an earthquake. That one cost me $2.15. 1966 Tops is the rest of these color shifts. I got quite a few of these. This is Dennis Rybant. You can see it really clearly in the name here. You can't see it in his face as good. And you can see the effect up in here. It sort of gives it like a blue, yellow, red effect, which I think is pretty neat. So that's a color shift on that one. Jose Santiago. This one also cost me about $3. And you can see the shift up here and through his ear and also to the left of him. So couple things going on there. You can see most of the colors have been shifted past the black border to the right. Because there's no coloring in the letters, you can't see it down there. So that appears clear. That one was $3.25. Don Wirt, again, another nice color shift. You can see it mostly along the border here. It looks pretty blurry throughout. You can see sort of a shadow color shift right up here and on his cap. Pretty neat looking. That one cost me $3.50. From the same set, Calvin Kuntz, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. You can see it more up here. More of a color shift. That one was also $3.50. Fred Newman, this one was $3.25, a little more shifted than the other ones. You can see his ear has a nice yellowish greenish kind of shadow to the right of it. You can see his name is really messed up. It's sort of a blue, white, and pinkish or whatever you want to call that. You can see it up in the Angels name up here, and you can see most of his image has shifted past the border to the right, and there's some blank area over here. So interesting example there. That one was $3.25. Clay Dalrymple. This one was also $3.25. This was a more extensive shift. You can see it here. It's pretty cool looking. And you can see like a yellow Phillies, like right low to the right of that. Most of the card shifted past the black border over here, and what other color was left is still over here. You can see that. So pretty neat example of one. That one I paid $3.25 for. Nelson Bryles, this one is probably one of the most extreme ones of this grouping. This cost me $3.50. You can especially see it in his uniform. The yellow ink has shifted way beyond the 34 there. Here it is along the border too, past the border, and whatever's left is over here. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what this color is over here. But you can see it on his arm. And the St. Louis logo is shifted. There's multiple colors going through the border up at the top. But strangely down here, his name seems okay. Pretty neat example. It's kind of blurry. That penny sleeve is all wrinkly inside. Maybe I'll pull him out so you can see it a little bit better. Definitely a neat looking example. And Larry Dierker finishes us off. This is also $3.50. Again, a pretty extreme example. You can see it going past the border here, the black border. This card is off center quite a bit. And over here inside the border, there's, color missing from it. See it in his leg here. And his uniform number has been shifted to the right. But the black text is appearing pretty straightforward there, but definitely a nice example. I think I got these all off the same seller. They had a bunch of these 1966 Tops color shifts. I don't really have much from 1966. A lot of my color shifts are from 1968 and 1971 and 72, and I have a few from 63. But these were, like, I think, my first 1966 color shift cards. So definitely some nice pickups there. So that will do it for my eBay catch-all video. So thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed looking over these weird oddities that I like to pick up from time to time. There were a couple, normal cards in there that were just other things that caught my eye. As you can see, I'm kind of eclectic with what I buy. It's inconsistent and I'm all over the place. But I tend to focus more on vintage when I can when I'm shopping. But every now and then I pick up some new stuff as well. Try to cover all the bases and try to be diverse with what I buy instead of focusing narrowly on one spot, which would produce a series of, I guess, randomly boring videos if I focused on just like one set all the time. So I got a lot of interest. So thanks so much for watching, everybody. Hope you all have a great rest of your day. Let me know in the comments what you think of all this weird stuff, and be happy to, read what you have to say. Take care, everyone. Have a great day. Beep, beep.